up, everybody? It's your girl Amy A-M2, and I'm here today with yet another reaction video. This is going to be my initial first listen through the album Persona. So this will be my initial reaction to each song, and yeah, I'm excited. So BTS came out with their new album Persona, and if you didn't know, I'm a big ARMY. I'm a big fan. I'm an OG fan. I've been listening to them for a while, and I'm a really huge fan. I love their music of all different styles. I love how much they've grown over the many years, and I love how humble they've stayed, and just how much passion and effort they put into what they do. It inspires me as a musician and a producer, and so I really, really like them. So I'm going to be listening to the Persona album and giving you kind of my thoughts and initial reaction. I have a separate video for Persona, the comeback trailer, and I have a reaction to Boy With Love. So those won't be in this. I won't be listening to them. I'll link them below though. Okay, but aside from those two, I'll be listening to all the other tracks, and I'm excited. So, woo! Okay, so on the Map of the Soul Persona album, the first two songs are Persona and Boy With Love. Like I said, I already reacted to that, so I'll link those videos down below. So we're going to be listening to tracks 3 through 7. So the third track is named Microcosmos, and yeah, I'm excited to hear it, so let's go. Okay, that's cool. They're arpeggiating, and it's kind of going back and forth. Very breathy voice right now. That almost felt like a whip just there. What? That's interesting. Oh, that's cute. They had a higher pitched, almost like a chime piano type sound here. Okay, so they have a delay on the little ad-libs, and they're panning back and forth on different sides. Stereo type of snare, and then you do the subdivision to make it feel like it's sped up. Okay, you have a moving bassier synth that's kind of there's so many O's in their music. I kind of like that. Even if some people think it's cliche, it helps people sing along. I love when they do very melodic rapping. Hey, sugar! There's a lot of crowd vocals. I like the specific drum beat here. It's really, it makes it feel kind of swing. It makes it feel kind of swung, even though there's a lot of instruments going very just straight, all that kind of stuff. It makes it feel much more playful and upbeat. I like that there's echo on that too. This is a very wet song, so much reverb. This feels very you feel like you're in space. It's got such an ambient, nice feel. There are so many synths. I like the sound design of this song. They taking different parts of the song, and they're calling them, layering them all over. This is really nice. I like this song. It's Microcosmos is a good name for this. And they ended with just on the last note, but it had so much echo that it resonated in this way that kind of just feels yeah, you're in space, or it's all magical. Okay, I really liked that. I enjoyed it. I kind of like that better than Boy With Love, a little bit. It's more my musical aesthetic, so yeah. The next track, track 4, is Make It Right. So let's go and listen to that. Such an interesting sound. You had the little like sweepy type transition. They're also kind of like bending the synth, but it's so muffled and so quiet. There's more focus on the vocals and the percussion. Oh, that's so cool! So it's almost like he's having a conversation right now with that lead. It's like back and forth. Like, you know, call and answer. Oh, we got like that like deep kick, you know, the 808 type of bass. That synth is so interesting. It's almost got like a slight brassy feel to it. I like this. What I've noticed so far in the album is that a lot of the time the vocals have a lot of layers, but then the raps are more straightforward and like clear sounding. So he's kind of rapping on a like one note up until now, and then they had I think Jungkook doing harmony with him, or like singing on a different note, but also like kind of monotone. That was kind of a subtle laid back type of bridge. It's so pretty. Oh, there's so much echo, so much delay. It kind of all feels panned back further. Yeah, and I can kind of hear it echoing back and forth. That's cool. That's cool. I like that. I don't know why, but I'm actually enjoying the B-sides more than I am the title track. And that makes it sound like I don't like the title track. I really do. It's just like, I can see why it's the title track. It's definitely one that should be performed, that most people can, you know, sing along to, that's very upbeat. But in terms of like the way I compose music and the type of music I like, I'm actually enjoying overall the album and the side tracks more than the title track. But Boy With Love is still really good. So the next track, track number 5, is Home. Seen a lot of tweets about Home, saying that it's like something everyone needs to listen to, or that it's like really good. So I'm hyped. Yeah. Ooh, this has got like an old school feel. Kind of sounds like some of their stuff from their older albums too, like a similar theme. They got that sampling. What is going on? You got an interesting sense. It's kind of got like a old school hip hop R&B feel. You got a subtle bass line. Kind of just doing the root notes. Did they just strip the entire low end out from the vocals? I'm so confused. It sounds like they have a guest vocal. Like, Jimin has always had a much lighter, higher voice that's got a slight feminine touch to it, which I think is very, very pretty. It's very nice to listen to, very beautiful. But like here, it sounds like they stripped the low end of all the vocals, so they all sound very high up here, and they sound very girly. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just they don't sound quite like themselves. I honestly thought for a second when Jimin came in that was a female guest vocal. I almost don't. I like this song, but I kind of wish they had mixed the vocals or left a little more low end in it, because I feel like all the vocals sound very similar, more similar than usual. Like they mix them all to flow well together, but now it's almost like they just slap the same exact effects on all the vocal lines. It sounds like I'm dissing the song. It's a very good song. Production and mixing has nothing to do with whether or not it's objectively a good song. At least from like a casual listener. A lot of this is personal preference. Okay, there I could kind of tell more who was who. I also like the staticky tape sounding effect. I just need to like pause for a second. So when doing EQ and stuff like that, there's like the high end, the mid-range, and then the low end. And I mean, I'm oversimplifying this right now. I'm gonna like seriously generalize, but when you mix things, you kind of shape it so like you'll put more high end in if you want to have like, you know, the higher parts, the higher pitches stand out more. If you want to take out, if you want to base your voice to sound thinner and higher pitched and like focused up there, you would pull out the bass end. You would take more of it into the mid and high end. And I'm describing this terribly, but basically what I'm trying to say is in terms of mixing the vocal line, like the singing vocals, it felt like they stripped out so much of the low end and then just like squished it all in the one corner of the high end. And this is a good song, composition-wise. I love the instrumentation. I love, you know, the rhythm in the vocals. I love the harmonies. As a song, it's amazing. But as a fellow, like as someone who is a producer who went to school for this kind of stuff and just like, that's my job, that's what I do, that's my life, we all have personal preferences. Like think of artists that draw or paint. They might prefer certain techniques over another, so maybe they like this artist better because they use that technique. Or maybe they just like this artwork better than this artwork from the same person because they use this technique here and they prefer that. So that's how I am. It's like certain production techniques I prefer, some I don't like, or just like don't like as much as others. And some of that's just like completely personal preference. And here, I just kind of feel like they stripped away some of the character of BTS's voice, their vocals, their timbre. Like, I truly thought Jimin was a girl in the beginning. Like, I really thought it was a female singing. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's cool. But to me, it's like, I want to know right away, whoa, that's BTS singing. I don't want to question, is there a guest vocal that's uncredited?
Okay, so I'm editing, and I just wanted to say, it sounds like I am just railing and trashing this song, but really, the song and the mix are separate. So think of like, there's a million versions of Last Christmas, and it's a good song, but some versions could be considered better than others. Maybe the vocals sound blended, and another version, they sound not so blended. So basically, I'm separating the mix from the song, and I really love the composition, but the vocal mix, not so much. And that's not me saying I don't like the vocals, it's me saying I don't like the post-production on the vocals, in my personal opinion and taste. So if you love it, cool, that's fine. I don't hate the song. Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
So the next song, track 6 is Jamais Vu. I took a year, 2 years of French in like middle school. I don't remember anything. I know bonjour, and I know like a really messed up, I think, children's song about picking apart a bird. Why that exists and you're taught that, I don't know, but I remember that for some reason. Sorry if I pronounced that terribly, Jamais Vu. I know my friend will watch this and roast me, but oh well, it's okay. I love you. Hi, my prince. So yeah, let's go ahead and listen to Jamais Vu. See, like now, that's obviously Jin. You have like the muffled piano types and because it's got piano characteristics, very muffled and it's subtle, but it's doing quarter notes. There's no percussion yet. Oh, that's cool. Okay, now we got like a full-on piano. This feels like... What? I know I look like confused, but that was so cool. I didn't expect them to lead, and it almost like feels for like a split second like they're in a different key, but they're not. It's just that the tone that he chose to lead into the chorus is very not, it's unconventional, not what you would expect. Ooh. That bass has like a slightly brassy feel to it. See, like now, that didn't feel quite as jarring now that I know to expect it, but it's still like not what you think would be the notes chosen. I like that. Whoa, that's so pretty. That was panned so much further back. There's a lot of heavy editing on that. Oh, that's cool. You got this drier percussion sound. It's kind of going back and forth, but then on the last note it has this like echo. That's cool. They got basically a counterpoint, like another melody going on underneath. And it's got like that radio cell phone talk effect. Yeah, there's a clock sound. That's cute. I like that. Oh, and it's kind of like panning back and forth, like really fast. BTS, what are you doing to me? This album is so good, and that like, I have to listen to that for hours, cause like, even though it's like on the simpler side compared to the other songs, it's just so my style. It's so nostalgic in a way, but still refreshing. It has some newer elements, but old school sounds too. Okay, so the last track, track 7, is, I'm gonna butcher this, Dionysus, dinosaur? I'm sorry, I don't even know what this word is. Ooh, we got lots of guitars. Very rocky feeling. Oh, you got that like rock drum kit. Oh. This kind of feels like a cross between like Sangnam-ja and War of Hormone. I feel like this song started with Persona, like their old school sound, and then went from like their newest sound down into their older style. It's like the album's going backwards, back to their roots. I can picture like young Jungkook, like from his earlier Bangtan Bangs when he would like headbang. I can picture him doing like a little headbang to this. Just like a soft one. I like the rhythmic quality and the mixing of many layers. That's interesting. I feel like even some of these rap rhythms go back and like pick from their earlier songs. It's so interesting. There's so much J-Hope in this song. I like that. I mean, Suga will forever be my bias, but it's nice to hear a lot of J-Hope. This is also kind of mixed with like a type of reverb that makes it sound more auditorium-like, like on a stage, versus like electronic EDM style reverb. Oh yeah, I love this. The delay and reverb they use on this track I really love. Like it's Boy With Love. Holy, that was cool, that ad-lib. Like super high pitched. If Boy With Love is like their nice like boyfriend side, like, you know, not flower boy, but like soft pretty boy side, this is like their rebel side. It's like you can't have me at my Boy With Love if you don't love my Dionysus. That meme, but that made no sense. What the heck? Okay, no, I really like this album. Like, I like it a lot. Yeah, my final verdict though is that I like literally all of the side tracks more than I like Boy With Love. But I still like Boy With Love. Like, I'm not saying it's my least favorite song by BTS or just like a bad song. It's just like, I kind of like how the album, like I said, almost feels like you've got this callback to their old sound, like their beginning sound with Persona. Then you go to like, this is current BTS. This is BTS that's international and develop their sound so much. And then as the songs go downwards, it almost feels like we're going through their musical eras. Like the songs have different aesthetics that as you go through down to the 7th track, feels like you're going earlier and earlier into BTS's sound. So there's like songs that sound like they'd be more from like the I Need You era and that type of sound, and then it goes even earlier into more of their like 상남자 sound. Like that last song that I will never be able to pronounce, it had such a like War of Hormone kind of vibe to it. A little bit of 상남자 thrown in, maybe a little danger influencing it. Like, I like that. I like that a lot. Like, I used to listen to a lot of heavy metal, a lot of screamo. I went through that whole phase, and I still appreciate that. Like, anytime I listen to that music, it takes me back to my emo days in middle school, and I'm like, yes, the world sucks and no one understands me. These lyrics speak to me. But, like, when K-pop groups, especially BTS, just because, like, you know, I'm biased towards them, but when K-pop in general, you know, mixes in some of that kind of style and sound, even if it's subtle, even if it's not a rock song, but it has rock influence, you know, it always takes me back to my younger self, and I like that. Overall, this is a really good album. This is a really good album. I definitely have to buy it. I mean, like, I own all the BTS albums, so I have to get this physically. Let me know if you guys want me to break down any song off this album in particular, like deep dive into how it was composed and what's going on in it. But I really like it. So let me know what you guys think of this album. What's your favorite track? What do you like the most? Do you feel like it's also kind of influenced and trickling into their old sound and their new sound? I don't know, just let me know what you want. Let me know what you think. Like, comment, subscribe, all of the YouTube things. Follow me on social media, and yeah, that's about it. Bye.